Well, hello, how are you guys doing this week? Did you know that this week it is Thanksgiving? I like Thanksgiving a lot. Let's see, we get to eat turkey and pie and stuffing and all sorts of good treats this week, don't we? Yeah, the other thing I really like about Thanksgiving is that it's time to stop and pause and give thanks for all the things that we are so blessed to have in our lives. So what are some things that you are thankful for? Are you thankful for maybe some friends or a special activity that you like to be involved in? Maybe you have a pet or some special toys. Well, there's lots of things to be thankful for, aren't there? Today we're going to read a book called Thanksgiving is for Giving Thanks. And it's by Margaret Sutherland and illustrated by Sonia Lemure. I think is how you say that name. And we're going to read this together and just see what are some of the fun things to give thanks for. Thanksgiving is the day of the year that we eat lots of turkey and pumpkin pie. But most of all, it is the day when we give thanks for all the things that make us feel happy. I am thankful for my mom and dad. They love me when I am good and even when I'm not so good. I am thankful for everyone else in my family. My grandma gives really good hugs. I am thankful for my teacher. She makes me feel special when she hangs my artwork on the wall. I am thankful for my friends who make me laugh. I am thankful for my room. Sometimes it's nice to be by myself. I am thankful for hot chocolate, especially on a cold, rainy day. I am thankful for all the dogs and cats that I know. It's fun when they let me pet them. I am thankful for my favorite books. I like bedtime when mom or dad reads to me. I am thankful for sunny days when I can play outside with my friends. I am thankful for lollipops that turn my tongue purple or green or orange or red or blue. I am thankful for special days like Thanksgiving, when I'm with my whole family and we can all be thankful together. Being thankful for Thanksgiving. Well, I hope that you guys have an awesome Thanksgiving celebration with your family, and mostly that you stop to pause and give God thanks for so many things that He has blessed us with. Well, did you also know that this Sunday, November 22nd, is the last Sunday in the calendar year? Sometimes we've been talking about that. And it's kind of like New Year's, because next Sunday, the new year in the church starts with Advent, and we start preparing for when Jesus is born. So this Sunday is called Christ the King Sunday, and sometimes when we say Christ the King, we think about Jesus as being a king. So that's the words that we use on this Sunday. But oftentimes we also think about Jesus as being a shepherd. And being a shepherd is somebody who cares a lot for their sheep. It's hard work being a shepherd. You're out in the field and you're dirty, but you really are being so in tune with your sheep and what they need from you. So today we're learning about how when we care for others and we serve others, we are also serving Jesus. Our world friends are learning all sorts of things about serving others. Let's check to see what they're up to.
What are we gonna do? Bert is sitting at our table. Why do we need a table?
We need to hold a meeting for the welcome committee.
Otherwise, we won't be able to assemble a care package for that refugee family that moved to our town.
And we can't start unless I have a hard surface to bang my gavel on.
Why don't we just ask him to move? Are you kidding? He's a weird, mysterious outsider.
With a checkered past.
Minnie, go tell him to move.
I'm not talking to him. You go talk to him.
I'm not talking to him.
Well, somebody has to talk to him.
Fine. I have to do everything.
Hi, Ruby.
Look, Bert, I don't want any trouble.
What?
Okay, just back off and lower your voice.
I'm sorry.
Sarcasm will get you nowhere. Listen, we are the official welcome committee, and we need this table to plan for a care package we're giving to a refugee family that just moved here.
Oh, they just moved here? Maybe I could help. My parents' business.
I'm sorry, we cannot permit the presence of outsiders in our efforts to assist outsiders. It would break the committee charter.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll move then.
That'd be great, thanks. Don't eat me!
I wasn't.
Ha! Listen, Bert. We can't make outsiders in our town feel welcome if you won't leave us alone.
But my family's business.
Don't think I don't know how to use this.
I'm not really sure about how to go about it. I don't really want to actually do anything. I'll go. You just want
Hey, Bert.
Hi, Leo.
What are you doing out here?
They needed the Sunday school room for their welcome committee meeting, and...
They kicked you out?
Well, it kind of felt like I was in the way.
They kicked you out.
I keep trying to tell them that my parents own a furniture store and could donate some things for that family's apartment. But they never let me finish a sentence.
You can just taste the irony, can't you? People working so hard to reach out to someone while simultaneously turning their backs on someone else. They'll see what they're doing eventually. Give them time. They'll come around.
It sure is taking a long time. A long, lonely time. What's that you're working on?
Oh, just finding parts for this new invention I'm working on. Hey, you want to help?
I'd like that, Leo. I'd like that a lot.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, a welcome committee that, won't even welcome Bert. Poor Bert. That seems like, well, not the best way to be a welcoming committee, does it? No. And it seemed as though Bert could have helped them if they would have maybe even let him talk, right? What does Bert have to offer? Well, his mom and dad own a furniture company, and the welcoming committee is trying to figure out how to help a new refugee family. And when you're a refugee to a new country, you don't come with your furniture. So in order to have a new apartment, you would probably need some new furniture. And he would have been awesome to help out with that. But they weren't really even letting him talk. So poor Bert. Well, sometimes I think we're so busy thinking that we're helping and serving others, kind of like the welcoming committee did, that in the end we end up ignoring some people. And who ended up being more in service? Was it the welcoming committee at that moment who was serving somebody? Or did that end up being Leo, who saw Bert outside who was sad? I think on that particular day, Leo ended up being more in service, didn't he? Yeah, he helped. He was a servant, and he said, "Come on, Bert, let's go do this together." And that was awesome. Well, our Bible story today shows exactly how important it is to serve others. And we're going to read it together. It's from Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46. It's a little bit long, but I think you guys can hang in there with me. It's called The Judgment of the Nations. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. And all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate one people from another as shepherds separate the sheep from the goats. And he will put the sheep on his right side and the goats on his left side. Then the king will come to those at his right hand and say, 'Come, you that are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me.' Then the righteous will answer him, 'Lord, when was it that we saw you hungry and gave you food, or thirsty and gave you something to drink? And when was it that we saw you as a stranger and welcomed you, or naked and gave you clothing? And when was it that we saw you sick or in prison and visited you?' And the king will answer them, 'Truly I tell you, just as you did it to one of the least of these, who are members of my family, you did it to me.' And then he will say to those on his left hand, 'You, depart from me, for I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not welcome me, naked, and you did not give me clothing, sick and in prison, and you did not visit me.' Then they will also answer, 'Lord, when was it that we saw you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or naked or sick or in prison and did not take care of you?' Then he will answer them, 'Truly I tell you, just as you did not do it to the least of these, you did not do it to me. And these will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life.'" So if you see somebody who is hungry or sick or in need and you serve them, it's almost as though you were helping Jesus. Isn't that right? So which people were the sheep? The people are the ones who saw others in need and helped them. And the goats were the people who ignored their neighbors, weren't they? And what did God want the people to do? What does God call us to do? He calls us to use our eyes and our ears and to see who our neighbor is and to see who is in need and be able to help them and be of service to other people. So what are some ways that you can help people? How are you in service to others right now? Well, I bet at school sometimes you see people who are lonely. Yep. And if you talk to them and you welcome them, a new kid at school, yep. Or maybe right now you know somebody who is lonely, maybe a grandparent who you haven't seen for a while, or you know of somebody who lives by themselves, and you can send them a card or call them on the phone, or maybe have a Zoom meeting with them. That would be of being a servant to them. Yeah, the other way that you can help right now is with our donations for Church on the Street. This is something that we are doing right now as Children of Joy. We're collecting items such as granola bars, and by providing granola bars and applesauce, we are feeding the hungry. We're also collecting hand warmers and gloves, so that we are helping people who are cold so that they are warm. We are collecting hot cocoa mixes so that people who are thirsty can have a warm drink to warm them up. So if you have time between now and December 16th to drop off some items, this is one way that you can really be a servant right here in our own community and help people who are in need, and in the same way be serving God. The other thing, just that you know, I had sent out an email this last week with a survey in it for the virtual Christmas program. If you want to take a few minutes and figure out some way that you and your family would like to be involved and get that back to me by early next week, that would be awesome. And then we'll get some parts assigned and start recording and put that together so that we can celebrate Jesus' birth coming up here in December. All right, your sheets this week are called Sheep and Goats. I hope that you guys have a good time working through those leaflets together, and we will see you again back here soon. Thanks.